So, Ms. Robinson, it sounds like for a little while you were going and doing what you were supposed to do with Spindletop.
I went to probation on the 26th. I got a letter. It's supposed to be on the 24th.
Right. So listen, what about were you going to Spindletop?
I'm not going to Spindletop. I'm going to get a job. I got children.
So here's the thing. If you're going to be on probation, a condition of your probation that's required is that you go to Spindletop and go through the forensic program, take medication as directed, and go to any meetings, any counseling, anything. If you don't do that, then you're going to go to...
This case starts with a warning and ends with a life-changing decision. A defendant already on probation for a violent offense is now back in court facing serious violations that could send her straight to prison. But here's where it gets intense. Instead of a clear yes or no situation, we're seeing confusion, missed obligations, and possible mental health struggles collide inside a courtroom that demands strict compliance. One wrong answer, one missed step, and it's over. The real question is this someone refusing to follow the rules or someone who simply can't keep up with them?
Good morning. Are you Mary Robinson?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Robinson, the best you can, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. And will your client waive the formal reading of the motion?
Sure, yeah.
Ms. Robinson, in cause number 24, DCCR 1116, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation December 2nd of 2024 for the second-degree felony offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and that was a 10-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I thought it was 5 years.
Looks like it was for 10 years.
They told me it was 5.
It was originally a cap of 5 years.
Okay, so you had a cap of 5, but instead of me sending you to prison for 5 years, I gave you 10 years probation, which is what I'm allowed to do. The cap of 5 years just had to do with prison, and since I didn't give you prison, I gave you a longer probation back at that time. And we talked about that back then, and you went over the paperwork with your probation officer. Do you understand? Do you remember that?
They gave me 5 years.
I gave you 10 years deferred probation. So if you're confused about that, then now I'm telling you, you have 10 years deferred probation that started on December 2nd of 2024. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this motion alleges that your probation was violated. It's count 1 alleges that you violated by failing to report as directed.
I did.
Listen, it's real important that you listen to what I'm asking you, and then I'm going to ask you if these things are true or not true, okay? And that's all. We'll have the explanation later. I'll give you an opportunity to explain later. Count 1 alleges that you failed to report to the probation office as directed October 7th, November 13th, and December 18th of 2025. And is that true or not true?
It was on the. I'm sorry. What you say?
So it was October 7th, November 13th, and December 18th that you did not show up.
No, I was supposed to report December. I think it was the 22nd. I showed up like the 20.
Did you report on October 7th?
No, I went like October the 20s. I want to say it was the 22nd because.
So if you didn't listen, if you didn't go on October 7th, it sounds like you were ordered to go on October 7th and you didn't go. Sounds like you were told to go on November 13th and you didn't go. So did you go on October 7th?
This March, I went.
Listen, Miss Robinson.
I did go. I went.
Listen to my question. Listen to. Hold on. Do we need to?
I think that there may be an issue, if I may, Your Honor, of her being medicated or not in jail. Ms. Mayfield can speak to that if it would help. I think it's like we're dealing with maybe 2 different individuals when she's medicated and when she's not. Do you have additional to add to that?
Right. Would you raise your right hand? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
She was placed on my caseload, which is the mental health initiative. She was attending Spindletop. She was reporting as directed up until she started missing her appointments with Spindletop.
Okay. So what is the recommendation?
I would like for her to be placed, go through the forensic program, and I work hand in hand with them. So if I need to go to the appointments at Spindletop or communicate with the caseworker, I'm able to. So my recommendation was for her to go through that program, take medications as directed, and be placed on zero tolerance.
So, Ms. Robinson, it sounds like for a little while you were going and doing what you were supposed to do with Spindletop.
I went to probation on the 26th, and I got a letter that's supposed to be on the 24th.
Right. So listen, what about were you going to
I'm
Spindletop?
not going to Spindletop. I'm going to get a job. I got children.
So here's the thing. If you're going to be on probation, a condition of your probation that's required is that you go to Spindletop and go through the forensic program, take medication as directed, and go to any meetings, any counseling, anything. If you don't do that, then you're going to have a choice.
I understand, but I need a job.
I would love for you to have a job, but you have to
Because
get,
my life got cut off, and I honestly was in the streets trying to find out what my children is, because I'm just like that.
okay? So here's the thing. Are you willing to follow the directions and go to,
need a job, like.
I'm not talking about a job. I'm talking about going to Spindletop and getting on your medications and doing what you're supposed to do so that you can get a job.
Yeah, I need a job like right now, because
I need you to go to Spindletop. Are you willing to do that? It's not, is it fine? Are you willing to follow those rules? I feel like we're going to be right back here.
I was just inquiring, Ms. Mayfield, Judge, if ISF Cognitive might be able to regulate her medication. I don't know their procedures on dispensing
I
medication.
don't know if, I think that only special needs safety, I know, addresses that, but I don't think ISF Cognitive does.
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Right after that structure, we're just right back here on the same thing.
So do you have a place to live when you get out?
I do. All I was going to get a job. I'm trying to get a vehicle. I need to go straight to work, because
You've got to go straight to probation and straight to Spindletop.
I did. It's just that they told me she was in court, so I had to be understanding, and I had to walk out.
But you stopped going to Spindletop. You were going and then you stopped.
Because I feel like I need to go get a job. I don't want to be
You can't do that though. If you don't go to Spindletop and if you don't do what probation tells you you have to do, then you're going to be back in front of me and you're going to end up in prison.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
There's no other option.
Yeah.
You don't get to choose whether you go or not at this point. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
So I guess what we can do instead of going through, she's obviously didn't comply with Spindletop. I'll find count 3 true just based on the evidence presented today. Let's see, from probation, you're sworn in as well. Did she report October 7th, November 13th, and December 18th? Okay, so I'll find count 1 true, count 3 true. That's enough for what we need to do here. So, Ms. Robinson, what I'm going to do is find count 1 and 3 true in your motion to revoke.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to find that you didn't show up when you were supposed to and that you didn't follow through with Spindletop like you were supposed to.
Yes, ma'am.
What that means is right now today I could revoke your probation and send you to prison. But it sounds like probation doesn't want that. Nobody wants that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But we want you to be successful. So I'm going to continue you on probation.
Okay.
But I am ordering that you will go through the forensic program through probation and required to follow through with Spindletop, take any medication, any treatment, counseling, whatever they say, you have to do it. I want you to get a job as well, but you have to make your mental health first, because then you'll be able to get a better job and do better. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So probation will talk to you as soon as you're released from custody. Go to probation so you get the track, get those appointments, and so that you're not back in here. Because if you don't, and you refuse to go to Spindletop and you don't show up for your appointments at probation, you're going to be right back in here and I won't be able to give you this opportunity. Okay?
I understand.
All right. You can go back with the bailiff.
Right here is where everything starts falling apart. The judge is laying out clear, non-negotiable conditions. Go to treatment, take medication, follow probation rules. But the defendant keeps pushing back, focused on getting a job and surviving outside. And that's the conflict: real-world pressure versus legal responsibility.
In the eyes of the court, missing treatment isn't just a small mistake, it's a direct violation that can justify prison time instantly. And when the judge says you don't have a choice, that's not a suggestion, that's the system drawing a hard line. So what do you think matters more here, her situation or the law?
Good morning. Are you Joey Mink?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. This is Miss Malfino. And Mr. Possible, your client waived the formal reading of the motion in each case.
Here we are.
Mr. Mink, in cause number 23, DCCR 1851, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation July 1st of 2024 for the offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle, and that was a 4-year deferred probation. Is that correct?
No.
And then in cause number 24, DCCR 0294, I also have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. This shows that you were placed on probation July 1st of 2024 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And that was a 6-year deferred probation. Is that correct? Each of these cases, motions, allege that you violated your probations. Count 1 in each case alleges that you failed to successfully complete the safety program. Is that true or not true?
Yes.
True or not true? Thank you. Count 2 in each case alleges that you failed to provide verification of performing the community service hours as required. And is that true or not true? And then count 3 in each case alleges that you're behind in your court assessed fees. And is that true or not true? Did you enter your pleas of true in each of these cases to counts 1, 2, and 3 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And because they're all actually true.
Yes, ma'am.
In each of these cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Rose?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand if I follow the agreements that you've made with the district attorney that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
So it looks like the agreement is for, is it safety relapse or the whole safety program? So it's your understanding and you want to go along with going through that whole program again?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, I'm sorry, may Ms. Cole just kind of inform the court, she actually had a discussion with Mr. Mink. We were not all on the same page on this initially. Ms. Cole, did have the opportunity to speak with him, and I'd like her to relay that to you.
Yeah, of course. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can go ahead.
So I went back there and I spoke with Mr. Mink because he's been acting up in the county jail. When I initially went to the jail to visit him, I told him that you watch the jail reports and not to end up on them. So we went back there and talked. He didn't own up to everything, but I told him if he's willing to do the whole safety program from start to finish, starting with 0 tolerance, starting today. And once he gets back in that jail, he better respect those COs. And if not, then he can go to prison at this point. But he's going to have to behave himself if he wants to continue this program. Because if he goes back to safety again, this is it. There's no go back. Once you can only go twice in a lifetime. So this will be his second time going through the program. So 100% 0 tolerance.
What was the specific, I guess, safety? Why did he, what part of safety did he not complete?
He was actually at the end of the whole safety unit placement. He was going to residential aftercare. And right when he got to the end, he just couldn't move. He's hitting, he's fighting, just being youthful. And I told him back there, you're 20 years old, you're grown, grow up today.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want to grow up today, I can't do nothing for him.
I can't either. Ditto to everything she said, because that's normally what I tell everybody. And I appreciate that everyone is getting on the same page and understands that the nonsense that's happening out at our jail is just that. It's nonsense. And these correctional officers are just trying to go to work and do their job and go home to their family. And they're having to put up with y'all acting like idiots and treating them with disrespect. And I'm not tolerating it anymore. And so she's exactly right. This is going to be the opportunity of a lifetime for you. It's really the second opportunity of a lifetime. You won't get a third.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand? So if you want to live a life like the rest of us, out, get a job, have a family, do all those things, then it's just a matter of learning to follow the rules. And if there's anger issues, hit a pillow, hit a mattress, don't hit a person. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's really not.
You're right.
You know, you've got to learn to, and that's what safety's for. That's what these programs are for, is to help you be able to do and be better. And so you've got to take advantage of those programs. They're expensive. We're spending money on you for a second time. And so we're doing this because she thinks you're worth it. And that makes me think you're worth it. So now you've got to believe that you're worth it. Make sense? All right. So
If I could, just to follow up on what the court's saying,
Yeah.
with what Ms. Cole said, and for Mr. Mink's benefit, as far as the jail write-ups, you're getting safety today, but you still need to behave until you go to safety, because I've had clients in the past waiting to go to safety or ISF, get jail write-ups and come back and end up in prison before they even get there. So it's for you.
yeah, you've probably heard some out there that's happened to, because it's
I've
been
seen it.
fairly recent. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a condition of your probation that you not get write-ups or incident reports in jail while you're waiting or at safety. So if you do, it's a violation, and you're going to get that motion to revoke, and you're going to be in here before you ever get an opportunity to go. I'm not going to waste the money on sending you to safety if you can't behave while you're here. Okay? Makes sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Can't remember now where I was. State, did we tender? I don't think so. State tender's number one in each case.
Objection.
It's admitted in each case. Is there any evidence that Mr. Mink is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Mink, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true in each of your cases to counts 1, 2, and 3 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence in each of your cases to find you guilty and send you to prison, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give you this opportunity, continue you actually. In cause number 23, DCCR 1851, I'm going to continue you on probation. I'm going to extend that probation for 2 years. That was a 4-year term. I'm going to extend it for 2 years. I want to make sure there's plenty of time, get through safety again, and get out and be on probation for a while, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
To prove yourself. And then in cause number 24, DCCR 0294, just continue you on probation and order that you enter and successfully complete the safety program. I will as from what I have, there's been at least a little bit of a improvement, because there hasn't been a write-up at least in a couple of weeks since February 28th. And so hopefully you're on your path there. Everybody out there should be looking at each other and going, don't mess with me. I'm not going to mess with you, because I don't want to go to prison, and I know what the judge is going to do. That's the conversation that everybody should be having out there at the jail at this point. Okay? I'm handing you in each of your cases the trial court certifications that shows that these were agreements that I followed, and so you waived any right to appeal. Good luck to you. Take advantage of this, okay? Thank you for being here, ma'am.
You're welcome.
In the end, the judge made a critical call, one that could either save this defendant's future or delay the inevitable. Despite clear violations, she wasn't sent to prison. Instead, she was given another chance, but with strict zero-tolerance conditions. That means full compliance, mandatory treatment, and absolutely no more excuses. This wasn't mercy, it was a final test, because next time, there won't be another opportunity. So now it's up to her. Change everything or lose everything. If this case had you on edge, drop your opinion below. Was this the right decision or a risky gamble? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intense courtroom breakdowns you won't see anywhere else.